Hello and welcome to the first issue of ComicZone, to celebrate the first issue of a Batman comic. It is the Rise of the Batman. Rise of the Batman. Essentially, the story is two stories together in one, and then you can read both. And I'm going to give my thoughts on both. Unlike the Gaming Zone, however, things will be different here. For example, I am not going to be giving categories and stuff. I'm just going to give overall impressions. First of all, I will note it says the art is done by David Finch and the story is done by Paul Jenkins. At least the first one is anyway. The second one is done by Tony Salvador Daniel. Basically, the story of the first one first. Night terrors. Arkham inmates have escaped and Batman is called to stop them. Pretty simple plot, basically. They do an okay job explaining it. It's a little short, that part of the comic, but it's still fun. Then we move on to Detective Comics Part 1, which is, like I said, written by Tony Salvador Daniel. Batman is hunting Joker for a series of murders. I forgot how many murders it was. I will look it up for you. And yes, in case people are wondering, my source of information for these stuff is stuff I know and stuff that's actually in the comics. I'm not going to be one of those people that, you know, looks at Wikipedia and suddenly thinks that means he can do a review on it. No, you need to actually read the stuff in order to do the review. But anyway, 114 murders over the past 6 years. That's 19 murders a year. That's what it says here. Pretty great story. That was a pretty enjoyable story, the second one is. I mean, as you can see there, look at the thickness of the second story and look at the thickness of the first. I don't know if you can tell the difference there. That one's, there you go. Essentially, let's put it in this way. If it's got a page number, which it does here, it says here, the second issue runs from issue 23 all the way up to issue 51. Pretty bad. That's not pretty bad. First one runs from issue 3 to 20. It's from pages 3 to 23. Second one's longer. At least it feels longer anyway. But yeah. Again, like I said, look at it. Again, if you want to see the art, there is the art of the second comic, and there is the art in the first comic. Pretty cool. Now, the stuff I liked in the comic, I'll go address first. The stuff I liked in the comic. An exchange at the end of the comic, and I wanted to read this to you. Sorry, I can't do a Joker voice. I should have asked Marcus Shadow, he does a pretty good one, but I'm just going to read it normally. Psst, these are my rules. Do you understand the enormity of it all? Oh yes, I understand perfectly well, and that's what I mind most about you. It's why I'm such a big fan of yours. I'm sorry for that voice. I don't know why I switched into that one. Good, let's get it over with, Dollmaker, says Joker. Okay, then this will only hurt a lot. Hi, I'm the Dollmaker. Why I give him that voice? I don't do voices, I don't do impressions. This isn't the impression zone. But yeah, and then that leaves us with that. Words cannot express how awesome that image alone is. The Joker's mangled face hanging on a wall. It's been cut off his body, it's stuck on a wall. That's cool. I want to see where the hell this goes. And as you can see there, because I will be reviewing issue 2 sometime soon, as well as 3 or 4, however many issues it takes to get to the end of these 2 stories, just so I can give my overall impression to the arc. Dun, dun, dun. Coming up will be Gordon's Last Breath and Venom Takes the Joker. Now, the stuff I don't like in the comic. New comic, new adventures. 2 lies, because both of these have been collected in previous American comics and are available over here via places like Amazon, comic shops, eBay. They're available through like Comicology. I believe they're also available on the DC's official app from the store. I don't know, I use Comicology to download my stuff, as you'll find out when I go to do my Ghostbusters review, because that's what I'll be reviewing it on my tablet. But yeah, essentially, they lied to me twice from the get-go. It's pretty impressive that they did that before I even managed to open up the book, but still. Then here, page 26, we get to see a kick-ass poster. Oh, I can't wait to see this. Oh, fuck yeah. If you can see that poster, tell me that's not awesome. That poster kicks ass. Oh, wait. You're wondering why this isn't the stuff I didn't like, aren't you? That's the back of the comic. That's the back of the poster. And there's the other back. That's right, they put a poster in the middle of an issue of the comic, and in order to put the poster on your wall, you have to rip it out the book, stick it on the wall, and never read the comic again. Genius move, dipshits. Genius moves. And the last thing I didn't really like, while I'm not going to count this as something I don't really like as much as the other stuff, I'm going to put this on about, as I'm flicking through it, you can see that art's fucking awesome. But yeah, which is the hallucination. Can you see that? That's awesome. But yeah, this, I don't like it, but because it's so cheesy, but at the same time it's so cheesy I kinda like it. Two-Face no longer Batty Boy. You can call me One Face. Right there. Trying to get it so you could see it, but it's hard for you to see. There you go. You can call me One Face. Because as we all know, out of all the Batman villains, that one's the only one that's ever had one face. I understand they're going for the symbolic of there is no Harvey Dent and Two-Face struggle thing going on. Both sides have joined. You could have come up with a better name. You could have come up with a much better name than One Face. Anything's a better name than One Face. Hell, go with the animated series approach. Call him Big Bad Harv. Better than One Face. Anything is better than One Face. But it's so cheesy, I kinda like that. One Face. One Face. But yeah, overall, if I had to rate this so far, I'm going to give it, this issue alone, I'm going to give this issue about a 7.5 out of 10. I mean, it's worth picking up, and if you're in the UK, head over to titanmagazines.com if you haven't picked up, if you're watching this review anytime after August 9th, because that's when the second issue's out, because titanmagazines.com, they do allow you to order back issues. So if you wanted to pick this up, you can do. You can enjoy it. I plan to buy all of these. I mean, come on, it's a Batman comic, and we've got the first issue in the UK. Nice. I can actually collect about UK Batman comic from issue 1. Still, a few little stupid things like where they put the poster, the lies, the one face. It's knocked it down to about 7.5 for me, but that still means I'm curious enough to see where this is going. There will be other reviews coming out in the next few months from the ComicZone. One of which, like I mentioned, Ghostbusters from which will be done via pad. Some of them via pad, I may not do them via pad. I may just talk about them and just throw up pages or something on the screen if I can. I'm not really sure about that, but I'll see where that goes. However, coming up, I plan to do Ghostbusters. I plan to do Astonishing X-Men, the motion comics. Iron Man Extremis, the motion comic, and a few other motion comics because they're all available over here now via Netflix. And with them, I will do what I do with the Gaming Z-Pound. I will capture some footage to insert into these, but overall, to keep this separated as much as possible from the Gaming Zone, I'm just going to be it's mainly going to be me sat down just addressing you, the comic fans, directly, due to the fact this isn't a gaming review. You don't need to see all the gameplay and shit like that. All you need to see is a couple of panels of the comic, which I can throw up whenever, and you just need to know my opinion on whether or not I enjoyed it. Because with a comic being such a story-driven thing, like a book or something like that, it's really better if you experience those things yourself. So I'm not going to tell you every last thing that's in it. I'm just going to give you my overall impressions. I've been your host, Chriz, aka The Mole. I'll throw my Twitter handle below. Give me a shout, follow me, whatever. See ya.